Hello, it's me, Aaron, and today I'm tired. I'm tired that still after 13 years, people are still complaining about there not being an easy mode in any of the Souls games. Like, how can you be so bafflingly, unbelievably, exasperatingly, embarrassingly, excruciatingly, unflatteringly, breathtakingly, outstandingly, frustratingly No, but seriously, I have a lot of things to say about this, and I can prove to you that the experience of playing the Souls game is enhanced by the lack of easy mode. So let's just start. Chapter 1. There actually is an easy mode. So, I will first prove that there actually is an easy mode in all the Souls games, so that you stop complaining like a little baby. So, the common main easy mode feature that all the Souls games have, except for Sekiro, is summons. Summoning people has always been a system and is built in all of the Souls games, and it dramatically makes the game easier, something to distract the boss as well as damage source. And that's why summoning, or multiplayer I guess, costs items, unlike other games, while also buffing the boss's HP and damage. It's just really strong, and it wouldn't feel very Dark Souls to summon someone over and over for free with no drawbacks. What a silly idea. Miyazaki would never do such a thing. So, Elden Ring has spirit summons, so it's like a player summon, but you can upgrade it to make it deal absurd amount of damage and have absurd amount of health. You can summon enemies, so such things as Black Knives or Clean Rot Knights, or God forbid Mimic Tear, with absolutely zero drawbacks. So, can you look at me in the eyes and say, this isn't an easy mode? Well, even if you did, I don't believe you. Spirit summons are an easy mode, but I have no problem with the system, and it can be fun to use. But if you play with it, you have to accept that it is an easy mode. So there, two easy modes, one common to all the Souls games and the other in Elden Ring. But there's more, like for example, playstyle. But I don't really want to tell you that your preferred way of playing is an easy mode. But Magic and Dark Souls 1? Come on, dude. And by the way, Magic in Dark Souls 1 isn't the only easy way of playing there is, it's just the easiest of all of them. But what about Sekiro now? Well, there actually is an easy mode as well, and you're playing on it right now. You casual. And to play on normal, you have to ring the demon bell, or give Kuro's charm to Kuro. And to play on hard, you need to do both. So there you go. But some people will tell me that there is no easy mode and it's just normal, and then hard, and then even harder. But either way, you're still playing on the easiest difficulty no matter how we name it. So yeah, now that I proved you wrong with facts and logic, we can continue to my next point. Chapter 2. Can't be tempted when you have no choice, and that for the best. So now, I will explain why having a traditional easy mode would be a temptation too hard to resist, and in the end would make the Souls games less enjoyable. So let me explain. I have seen a lot of people say that if there were an easy mode, they would have probably enabled it in a time of weakness when struggling against the boss, and if they won while having enabled easy mode, it would have taken away from the victory, making it kind of empty, and way less satisfying than if they had beaten the boss normally. Like, imagine you're in the situation I described. What would be your reaction upon winning? Would you jump out of your chair in joy, screaming and celebrating? Would you feel satisfied? Because personally, I would feel empty, undeserving, and kinda bad. And I would know, because I cheesed bosses long ago, and it didn't feel good at all. I not only cheated the game, but myself. I risked nothing and gained nothing. And that's true for all cheaters and cheesers. But later on other playthroughs, I actually came back and beat the boss fair and square. And honestly, beating Millennia with no summons, no status effects, no weapon art spam was the best feeling I've ever felt beating a boss. And I want you to feel the same bliss. The same bliss which would have been taken away from you if you activated easy mode. And so, that's why totally getting rid of the easy mode temptation by just not including it is great. It makes all victories actually feel real, beating the game just like everybody else, on the common, intended difficulty. Chapter 3. Don't you want to feel accomplished? Only having one difficulty and the art of getting good. So, now for my third argument. So, why don't you want to feel accomplished exactly? Because honestly, the Souls games are some of the few games that truly make my victories and achievements feel good. And so, I don't get why you would want to take that away from it. Like, would it feel good to just go through the game and effortlessly beat all the bosses in 1 or 2 tries? Like, what would be the point of it? What else would you play the game for? Like, the whole game is amazing, don't get me wrong, but 50% of what makes it good to play is the difficulty, the challenge. And adding an easy mode would also kind of ruin the overcoming the odds and curse hero thing that the Souls games have. And it would make the whole journey so much less impactful. Games are not for everyone. If you don't have the willpower, time, or skill to beat a boss, then either stop or get good. And it's not the game that has to change, it's you. Games are made to be beatable, so don't you dare go hollow. You need to put in the work to overcome this boss area. You need to earn your victory, and it's not just going to get given to you like that. Failure is a part of the game, and lore. And to beat the Souls games, you need to be willing to improve and learn from your mistakes. And if you achieve that, you'll get rewarded for your efforts. Taking the difficulty away just changes the game's entire point for the worst. And that's why having one challenging intended difficulty is for the best. And if you don't like the intended difficulty, then fuck you. Chapter 4. No, I'm not an elitist or a gatekeeper. So now I'll respond to all the people who go around treating the people who don't want an easy mode as elitists or gatekeepers. And by the way, there are still toxic gatekeeping assholes in the Souls community. I'm not saying that all Souls fans are saints. But anyways, as I said before, no video games are for everyone. You don't listen to all types of music, you don't like every movies, and you don't like every video game. And you wanting to change something that I love, because you just don't get the point, it's a tiny bit upsetting, don't you think? So let me just elaborate on my point a bit more. I think that even if you were to add an easy mode, it would be a worse experience not only because it's not challenging anymore, but also because the rest of the game would be terribly imbalanced. The game was made with being hard in mind. Like sure, make the enemies weaker or dumber, but the level design and exploration is still hard, like Sense Fortress, the Duke's Archives, and even the Catacombs. Like, what would you do? Get rid of the traps or something? And even then, some bosses would still be an even more of a joke, and Ornstein and Smo would still be challenge spike. And what do we do at that point? Make the game even easier to be accessible to newborn babies? The game is not for everyone. Like, how do you want to make this kind of people be able to finish Dark Souls? Get used to it. The Souls games are hard, it's an essential part of them, and adding an easy mode would just make them worse. I'm not a gatekeeper, I want you to play the game and enjoy it, I just think you won't be able to enjoy the game with an easy mode. And now for the conclusion. I was almost about to do a long monologue on how a Souls game isn't just a hard game, and that it's a life-changing experience, blah blah blah. But actually, I want to say something else. Just cry about it. Yeah, you heard me. Go ahead. Whine and cry and get angry and make Reddit posts. I don't care. Miyazaki has always been doing hard games. That's his vision. That's what he wants to do. And nothing you can say or do will change that. His game design philosophy hasn't budged in all the years of whining from the game journalists. And look at him now. He's successful. His games have won countless awards. Elden Ring sold 16 million copies. From Software has renamed the gaming community, and he changed the gaming industry forever. So yeah, you lost, and won't win. And me? I'm just happy. At first I wanted you to enjoy them as well, but if you refuse to learn and get better, I don't really care. I enjoy the Souls games. It's your problem, not mine. But in the end, maybe they're really just not for you. And if that's the case, well, you suck. Anyways, thank you for watching. I know this has already been discussed thousands of times, but I think I had something interesting to add. And I just wanted to, and I do what I want. So you can like and subscribe if you want, I guess, and I'm quite impressed you stayed until the very end. The average watch time of my videos is like 2 minutes or something. So your presence is appreciated. So have a great day, stranger on the internet.